We all assume the future of wealth is hidden in artificial intelligence or the next digital currency. But right now, the most lucrative economic shift in history is happening in plain sight, and it has absolutely nothing to do with writing code. It has to do with biology. By the year 2050, the global population over the age of 60 will reach over 2 billion people. We are entering the era of the longevity economy. For the first time ever, we have a massive, wealthy, and highly active population preparing to live well into their 90s and hundreds. Yet, our entire society is still designed for people who retire at 65 and pass away at 75. We are totally unprepared for this century-long life. The smartest way to make money in 2026 is not by chasing the youngest demographics. It is by solving the complex, everyday problems of a rapidly aging world. Let me explain exactly how you can position yourself for this wave. Chapter 1: The Health Span Arbitrage. The core problem we are facing right now is the widening gap between lifespan and health span. Modern medicine is incredible at keeping us alive longer, but our quality of life and our financial systems have simply not caught up. Recent global studies show that many people are now spending up to 20% of their lives in poor health or facing deep financial insecurity. The real money in 2026 lies in closing this exact gap. Major institutions are already waking up to this. Just recently, massive financial groups committed hundreds of millions of dollars into global longevity institutes. They realize that helping people thrive in their later decades is the ultimate growth sector. If you can create a service, a product, or a community that helps someone extend their healthy years or manage their resources better, you are tapping into a completely blue ocean market. The demand is practically infinite, and the supply of good solutions is remarkably low. Chapter 2: Redesigning the Physical World. Take a look around your city or your local grocery store. Almost everything in our physical environment is implicitly built for the young and highly mobile. The people who currently hold the vast majority of global wealth are slowly finding that their own neighborhoods, homes, and everyday products no longer serve them well. This presents a wildly profitable opportunity for anyone willing to redesign the physical world. We are seeing a huge surge in demand for things like multi-generational living spaces and accessible travel experiences that do not feel clinical or patronizing. Think about simple home modifications that blend beautiful interior design with functional mobility support. You do not need a degree in architecture to take part in this. Even local service businesses that focus on helping people safely adapt their current homes for the next 30 years are seeing explosive growth. People will gladly pay a premium to maintain their independence and comfort in a space they truly love. Chapter 3: The Phased Retirement Revolution. The traditional concept of retirement is completely broken. The idea that you work intensely until you turn 65 and then abruptly stop to play golf for 3 decades just doesn't make sense anymore. People want to keep contributing to society, but they want to do it on their own terms. This has created a massive market for platforms, consulting services, and coaching programs that help older adults transition into what experts call phased retirement. These individuals have decades of deep industry experience, incredibly valuable networks, and significant capital. They are looking for ways to start second careers, mentor younger professionals, or launch passion projects without the grueling hours of a corporate job. If you can build a business that connects this demographic with flexible opportunities or helps them package their lifelong expertise into a new format, you are solving a massive pain point. You are giving them a renewed sense of purpose, and that feeling is incredibly valuable. Chapter 4: Solving the Longevity Literacy Crisis. We simply do not know how to fund a life that lasts 100 years. The financial tools and planning strategies our parents used are fundamentally outdated for the realities of 2026. The next major wave of wealth generation will not be about day trading volatile stocks. It will be built around a concept called longevity literacy. millions of people are quietly terrified of outliving their savings. They need entirely new frameworks to model and manage their wealth across a much longer timeline. This opens the door for new financial education platforms, specialized advisory services, and budgeting tools tailored specifically to the economics of aging. Imagine a service that helps families navigate the complex costs of long-term care while protecting their generational wealth. The anxiety surrounding this topic is immense. When you can provide clarity and build financial resilience for someone staring down a 30-year retirement, you become an indispensable part of their life. Chapter 6: The Anti-Ageism Market Shift. Modern marketing is utterly obsessed with youth. Brands spend billions fighting for the attention of teenagers who have very little disposable income. Meanwhile, they completely ignore the demographic that actually controls the purse strings. This is pure financial self-sabotage. The businesses that are pivoting to create respectful, aspirational products for older adults are seeing incredible, counterintuitive returns. This group does not want to be marketed to with pictures of frail seniors looking confused at a smartphone. They are vibrant, curious, and eager to spend their money on brands that understand their actual lifestyle. Whether it's premium skincare that focuses on vitality rather than anti-aging, or specialized fitness programs designed for joint longevity rather than extreme weight loss, the shift is profound. When you stop treating aging as a disease to be cured and start treating it as a stage of life to be optimized, your entire business model changes for the better. Chapter 6: Everyday Adaptations and Microservices. You absolutely do not need to build a massive technology company to capitalize on this demographic shift. Some of the smartest money being made right now is in hyper-local, service-based businesses. Think about the friction points in the daily lives of an older population. There's a booming market for tech concierge services, where patient, empathetic people help older adults set up their smart homes, manage their digital security, or troubleshoot their devices. There's also huge potential in specialized meal delivery services focused on the specific nutritional needs of aging bodies. These are simple, human-centric businesses that require very little startup capital but offer incredible recurring revenue. Building deep trust is the ultimate key here. Once you establish yourself as a reliable, high-quality provider for this demographic, they will stick with you for years and recommend you to their entire social circle. It's the absolute best word-of-mouth growth engine available today. Chapter 7: The Century Strategy. The smartest money in 2026 is looking closely at undeniable demographic realities rather than fleeting internet trends. The world is getting older at an unprecedented rate. Those who choose to build the infrastructure, the products, and the services for the 100-year life will capture the greatest economic wave of the next decade. We have to stop viewing the aging population as a burden and start recognizing them as the most powerful consumer base in the world. The opportunities are sitting right in front of us, hidden beneath our obsession with youth culture. If you start aligning your skills and your business ideas with the needs of the longevity economy today, you will be so far ahead of the curve. But this leaves us with one final, incredibly important question. What happens to the global economy when these century-long lives become the standard everywhere? We will explore that exact scenario next time.